Hello everybody and welcome back to the Review Lab YouTube channel and to our new recurring series, Through the Vortex. So far, in video form, we have covered Series 1. Today, we're going to be talking about Series 2. I'm Harry. This is the Review Lab. Let's look through the Vortex. Now, after a very successful first series of the revamped classic, Doctor Who was renewed by the BBC for a Series 2 order. However, early on it was reported that the Ninth Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, would not be returning to the role and departed after the first series finale. Now, as crowds gathered round the TV screens to watch our hero regenerate, we were surprised to see our new Doctor, albeit briefly, at the end of the first series, Mr. David Tennant. Now, David Tennant is very well known and he's known to be a very big fan of the show. He was visibly very excited when he was first announced in taking the role, and this was a role that would change his career forever. His casting is spot on. He takes elements of all his previous incarnations, carries them with him, yet also brings new elements of his own to the role. As series would go on, he would become renowned as the face of Doctor Who, and to this day is known as a lot of people's favourite Doctor. Now, unlike Eccleston, returning for a second series will be Billie Piper's Rose. Piper was a huge hit on the first series, and viewers were delighted to have her back and starring alongside Tennant. The series picked up its first Christmas special titled The Christmas Invasion. In this episode, viewers didn't actually see much of the 10th Doctor, not until the very end of the episode. Instead, we had the episode focus on Rose and her family and how they were adjusting to regeneration and this upcoming change in dynamic that Rose was facing. A few months after the special aired, Series 2 started. Now, like Series 1, the series also continued with a theme of a story arc. Now, whilst its predecessor had Bad Wolf, Series 2 focused on the theme of Torchwood. Debuting in the series' second episode, 2 from Claw, it saw the Queen set up Torchwood to look out for alien threats and defend the Earth against them, even classing the Doctor as a threat to some extent. Subtle hints were then left all the way up until the finale, where the Doctor would come face to face with Torchwood, Cybermen and the Daleks. This also helped build up a spin-off series for the show starring Captain Jack, John Barrowman, which also debuted on BBC just after Series 2 and before Series 3. Alongside this arc, another building block for this series was the relationship between the Doctor and Rose. Having established her place in the TARDIS, Rose was seen growing very close to her counterpart, but more in a romantic fashion. This caused them to become quite reckless throughout the series. Take episode 2 as an example. Rose cared more about getting the Queen to say a catchphrase rather than the people being killed. This, alongside Torchwood, all culminated in the epic 2-part finale of the series. As I said earlier, the duo not only have to face Torchwood, but the Daleks and the Cybermen. This led to devastating consequences. Rose was stuck in a parallel world and she was never going to be able to see the Doctor again. As story arcs go, this was devastating for viewers to watch. Us watching them say goodbye to each other on Bad Wolf Bay never fails to bring a tear to my eye as well as the audience's, and it's a moment that us fans will never forget for years to come. Now, as a whole, Series 2 has many standout moments and episodes. Rewatching the series back, it was tough to choose just one episode in particular and a singular moment, but I'll try my best. We're going to start with the standout episode of Series 2, The Girl in the Fireplace. Written by Stephen Moffat, the episode sees the Doctor and co. arrive on a 51st century spaceship that has links to 18th century Paris. The Doctor then meets Madame de Pompadour and tries to help figure out what the notorious clockwork droids want with her. The episode is filled with a mixture of emotions, from laughter all the way to devastation. The writing in this episode is superb and the acting, especially from Tennant, is amazing, accompanied by a soundtrack that will break everyone's hearts. The episode is worth a watch.
Oh, such a lonely childhood.
It'll pass. Stay with me.
Oh, Doctor. So lonely, so very, very alone.
You mean alone? You've never been alone in your life. When did you start calling me Doctor?
Such a lonely little boy. Lonely then and lonelier now. How can you bear it?
How did you do that?
A door once opened, maybe step through in either direction. Oh, Doctor. My lonely Doctor. Dance with me.
I can't.
Dance with me.
This is the night you dance with the king.
Then first I shall make him jealous.
I can't.
Doctor. Doctor Who? It's more than just a secret, isn't it?
What did you see?
That there comes a time, Time Lord, when every lonely little boy must learn how to dance.
As for the stand-up moment of the series, it has to be the Doctor and Rose's farewell on Bad Wolf Bay. Now this scene has viewers crying and hearts breaking around the world. We have to watch our duo say goodbye to one another, never being able to see one another again. Or so they think, but that's for another time. The Doctor admits that he's burning a sun to say goodbye and he only has 2 minutes to do so. Due to Billie Piper leaving the role at the end of this series, they had to be split up somehow, and the only way to do that was to forcibly rip them apart, as you see in these episodes that Rose was never going to leave of her own free will. She actively says that she's going to be with him forever. Tennant and Piper are truly breathtaking in this scene. They portray such raw emotion and heartbreak, and for a second, you forget you're watching a sci-fi show. This ends with the Doctor running out of time before he's able to say how he feels. It's a moment that I will never forget.
Here you are, living a life day after day. The one adventure I can never have.
Am I ever going to see you again?
You can't.
What are you going to do?
Oh, I've got the TARDIS. Same old life, last of the Time Lords.
On your own. I love you.
Quite right, too.
And I suppose it's my last chance to say it. Rose Tyler.
Overall, Series 2 is a fun-filled action romp of a series. It has adventure, it has laughter, it has thrills, and even heartbreak. It's not my personal favourite of the 10th Doctor's run, but it is still a great series, and that's especially thanks to Tennant and Piper. Well, there we have it. There are my thoughts on Series 2 of Doctor Who. What do you think? What are your standout episodes? What are your standout moments of Series 2? I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to write in the comments below and let us know what you think. We'll be back soon with our next video on Through the Vortex with Series 3, and also with another video coming very soon. But until then, subscribe, like the video, stay safe, look after each other, and we'll see you real soon.